2025 Ford Expedition First Drive. Yes, we can all get along. The new version of Ford's full-size three-row SUV does traditional stuff well, even as it forges new ground. Will conservatives and progressives ever agree? We think they might well find common ground in the new iteration of Ford's full-size Expedition SUV. The updated Expedition maintains all of the characteristics that make full-size SUV so useful, yet it forges forward with an attractive, approachable digital interface and a new off-road themed model. In a regrettably polarized world, we think buyers of many different outlooks will find common ground in the new Expedition. Few changes outside, big changes inside at first glance. You might not even realize you're looking at the new Expedition. Both the regular length and long wheelbase max models retain roughly the same dimensions as the outgoing version. And the new styling is a variation on a familiar theme. The biggest exterior change is the Range Rover style split tailgate, which has its pluses and minuses. More on that later. Inside, we find serious progress. The outgoing Expedition's dash was basically a clone of the F-150's, complete with bigger-than-life tablet-style screen. But the new Expedition dumps that motif for something more like that of its upscale cousin, the Lincoln Navigator, and the Mount SUV of the Year winning Nautilus. The instrument panel is now a wide screen set just under the windshield, and while it doesn't stretch pillar to pillar like in the Navigator, it has room for plenty of info, including a map display from the Expedition's Google-enabled infotainment system. The steering wheel is a rounded-off square. Squircle is the preferred term among MT staff, so as not to block the driver's view of the panel. The center screen is modestly sized and landscape-oriented, and the rest of the dashboard is refreshingly uncluttered, with the transmission's dial shifter and a few control buttons under the screen. Between the front seats is a nifty new center console that motors back to reveal a hidden storage compartment big enough for a small purse. Interior materials, trim, and quality are excellent, even in the entry-level active model, but there are some ergonomic oddities. The drive mode and four-wheel drive controls are by the driver's left knee, where you'd expect the headlight switch to be, while the headlights are controlled through the center screen. The cup holders are on the right side of the console, a long reach from the driver. To their left is a covered cubby that contains the USB-C plugs, wireless charging pad, and, you'll never guess, the control dial for Ford's nifty trailer backing system. What's it doing in there? Traditional big SUV space. The Expedition can be had with 7 or 8 seats, depending on whether you get the 2 or 3 place second row. The latter is a 40-20-40 split folding bench. The former is the same, with the center section swapped for inner armrests. In place of a rear seat entertainment system, the Expedition has phone and tablet holders in the back of the front headrests. The third row is a 3 abreast space that is surprisingly comfortable. There's enough room to carry kids from toddler years right through college, provided you don't grow 'em too close to 6 feet. Great power and a smooth ride. Enough about the accommodations. You want to know how this big mama drives? The new Expedition is powered by the same twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 as the outgoing model, but the 380 horsepower base version is gone. The $63,995 active model, $76,425 platinum, and $85,650 King Ranch trims add $3,000 for the max versions, bulge with 400 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of muscle, while the 440 horsepower, 510 pound-foot high-output version is standard in the $83,025 off-road themed Tremor model and optional on the Platinum. Why it's not offered on the King Ranch is a mystery.